Good morning, everyone, or whatever time it is by you. I know that it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. I've just been staying really busy and I haven't really had time. I've made videos here and there, but I haven't really made anything spectacular lately. I've been super busy, keeping myself busy, and it's been making me a lot more happy. I've found some things that maybe you could try um, to help you if you're depressed. And I have been writing. I've been writing poetry. I now have 3 books published with Amazon. And I am working on a children's book of just pictures and the alphabet that I'm working on. And I am going to be working on a 4th book of poetry. And I'm also going to be working on what I call grandma's smut, because my grandma used to read these romance books, and that's what she called them. And when you opened them up and read them, it was pretty hot and juicy. So I'm going to give that a whirl and see if I'm any good at, writing something that my grandma would enjoy. Yeah, she's, gone many, many years now. But I'm going to have a go at that and see if I have the mindset to write a romance book and see how romantic I can be without going over the line. So that'll be a fun challenge for me. Um, I have I bought a microphone because I'm going to talk into the microphone, and then it'll be a lot easier than typing everything out because my fingers get sore. And there's another thing I did. I got my nails done, and I'm not really high maintenance, but okay, I'm not high maintenance at all. I'll dress up if we go out to eat. Um, but other than that, I am pretty much, you can see, flannel on a t-shirt. It's all about comfort. So I always enjoyed though having my nails done. It was the one thing that made me feel girly. And I have my ears pierced. I have them pierced quite a few times, but I don't wear earrings in them except the first ones. Um, what else? Trying to think what else I've been doing. I've I write the books, and 2 of my friends. One is actually, I'd consider my sister-in-law, but I call her my sister. Um, her and I have gotten really close, and we talk almost every day. If it's not on the phone, it's in text message or it's in Facebook Messenger. We're always talking, and that's made me much happier that I have actually somebody to talk to. Um, I mean, the other night it was 2 hours and 4 minutes, and I'm like, holy shit. And then the other night, after that, it was an hour 44 minutes, and I said, oh, yay, we made it, not past 2 o'clock. And we're just always talking, and we got along before we moved, but her daughter is a bitch, and she likes to stick her nose where it doesn't belong. So she ruined our relationship, and it took a long time for me to get back into her, I don't want to say good graces, but for her to finally realize that it's not me, it's her daughter. So yeah, I've been working on a lot of projects, um, writing, and you can do that. It doesn't have to be um, happy-go-lucky. You can use AI, which I do, which is artificial intelligence. I will go into, it's called Chat GPT, and there's also Bing AI, I believe it's called. And you write in what you want, and then you hit enter, and it goes and puts out poems or whatever. I did my bio. You can do pictures with it. And I've been really learning, and that's the fun. I'm one who really likes to learn about new things. So I've been learning about all this new stuff, and it doesn't have to cost you a dime. With Amazon, you just use you upload your content, they print everything out, you let your friends know or whatever, family, they order it, it gets delivered to, Amazon prints it all for you. They do all the work. I know there's independent printers or uh, whatever you call them, who can do it for you, so Amazon doesn't get such a big cut or whatever. I'm not in it for the money. I don't want to make more than SSI. Either I don't want to make more than my SSI, or I want to exceed way more so I can get off of the SSI. And that's my goal, is to actually get off SSI so David and I can get married, because that would be a source of security. Um, we've been talking about what if something would happen to one of us. What would happen if something happened to both of us together? Because it does happen. We just read it in the paper. And, we've been working on that because we're old. No. But we've been out and about. Another really good thing that happened was I got a new psychiatrist and a new therapist. Yeah, they're the same ones he goes to, and we're hoping that they won't notice right away. But on the other hand, there's only one psychiatrist and one therapist. So we don't really have anything else to choose from. And we don't see it being a problem because it wasn't before. Because we had the same before as well. And I saw my psychiatrist for the second time, I think yesterday. And oh, she's so cool. Um, I tell her how I think I should be taking my medication, and she says, it's your bus, drive it. You do what you think is best for you. And she really lets you have control. I mean, to an extent, of course. Like when you take your medication, if you feel like, don't take 2 in the morning, only take 1, save the other one for in the afternoon or even in the evening. And if you have to take, the other one, it's just all sorts of stuff. But she just said to me, it's your bus, you drive it. So I'm going on 40 years of therapy. So I'm a little nervous because it's like another therapist. Are you kidding? I had to do this again. And then David's like, oh, she's different than this, and he doesn't really give me a very good description of her. But then again, I've gone through so many that I don't care how she is. I'm going to be who I am. Because I found that's the only way you really get any help, is by being who you are. So I'm going to do that. We got news that they believe, well, his niece just died, I believe, last week. And she was exactly 10 years younger than me. And because same birthday, just 10 years later. And, sorry. And she was 43, and she just passed away. And the one I was talking about, my sister, she was her mom, because her parents passed away quite some time ago. So she took over as her mom. And yeah, she wears a lot of different hats. She's a mom. She's a sister. She's a mom to somebody else. She's a lot. She means a lot to everybody, but not as many people as I think, but she means a lot to me, and I know she means a lot to other people. So I'm really lucky to have her because I don't have anybody down here, and I don't have anybody up there. So I have her, and I'm really lucky. And I talk to her a lot. She's read my book. Oh, she was trying, and she started doing chores. Um, my kid's old pediatrician, he started to read it. David spent 3.5 hours reading, I think it was my first one. No, not the second one, because the second one, I have three. And I got the last one today, so it had to be the first one. And he's not a reader. And he spent 3.5 hours. He let me sleep, and he read the entire book in one fell swoop. And that was really surprising. Um, and he said it was great. And it's like, of course, you better say that. But yeah, it's a really good outlet because people think they have to have poems that are like Dr. Seuss and they have to rhyme. And they don't. You write down your thoughts and you put them together, and it doesn't have to be hard. I'm doing it, but you have to have the drive too. You don't have to do 10 books. You don't have to do 5 books. I've done 3. And then I decide, do I want to do another one or don't I? The books are easy. It's the covers that are hard. And that's funny. They give you a template, but I don't know. Um, it's like I have a pen name. I don't use my real name. I don't use my real name here either. But I don't know why I'm wheezing. I have this one. It's called Fading Footprints of the Past, Brightening Brightening Future Brightening Footprints of the Future. I have that one. I don't know if there you go, you can see it. And it says it's not for resale because these are proofs that you can order and look over and decide if you want to change things. They cost like $6. And then this one is The Price of Falling, only to realize I was never meant to be whole. And that looks like that. And I do these myself. You watch YouTube and they tell you, oh, get somebody to do your covers for you and shit. No. And this was my first one, Storms Between the Lines. I love this cover. This cover is just awesome. Of course, it's going to be backwards. But right here on the T, the strike goes through there. So Amazon said they rejected it. And I had to change the cover. And I did change it. And the new cover is fine. It's good. And I love this one more. And it just so happens that my sister ordered her copy, and it was taking forever to get. And she ended up getting this cover. And I asked the pediatrician, he's my friend now, what cover he got. He got the new cover. And so she's the only one. Hang on. Choking. And I don't edit my videos, so you're watching me choke. Great. It's just theatrical. Yeah, I found out that she got the one that has this cover, and I love this cover. And I'm so dumb. I didn't try moving the letters around to get them in different place. so I can keep this cover and just have the letters moved around. I panicked. This is my first one. But I panicked and just went ahead and made a completely different cover. Live and learn. But I mean, you can use Microsoft Word. I don't have Word. It's expired and it's really expensive. So I use Google Doc, and then you can download it into a PDF, or a text, a TXT, and you can put that into Amazon. And I mean, this one, oh, you're not gonna be able to see it. You can see that the top isn't great, but this was just the proof where you look it over and you can see what needs fixing, and then you fix it and you resubmit it, and then it's fixed. And my last one, this first one, was pretty decent. They're around 70 some pages. The smallest one I think was like 47 pages. They tell you how many pages that they should be, and it gives you a count of how many pages. And I just kind of ran out of stuff to write at the time and just wanted to get it done. But this one, you can see, is everything's nice and straight because I redid it. You learn. It's one of those where you just learn as you go. And I put me. I don't remember where this picture. I think on Facebook, there's a game, but you can it's like your face and stuff, but it changes your hair and changes stuff, but it's still your face. And so I got a bunch of pictures from there, and I took a really good picture and put it on there, and just a little description on the back of the book. And you can do hardcover, soft cover, and that one I can't think of. The I get brain dead. I swear this camera just sucks my brain right out of my head. The Kindle. You can do those. The Kindles are pretty cheap. These are a little more expensive, and then of course your hardcore. I think I said that last time. Your hardcover is going to be quite a bit more. But you put your price. You price them yourself. What you think they should be priced at, you put that on there. You can put $20 if you want. You can put $10, or anywhere in between, like Kindles, or between $9, or between 99 cents and $9.99. These, you just price whatever you want. So, like, I would do one that was a little cheaper because it didn't have as much content in it. But then the ones that have, like the ones that have shorter poems, I made less and made cheaper. And it was my first book, so I made it cheaper. And then the better ones, I make a little more expensive. And people don't even think I think they're expensive, $15.99 for a book. But they said, no, it's not expensive at all. So they plan on ordering all of them. And I've read the first one. I think I did. And I still have 2 more, but I've been busy because I want to get as many out there as I can, but I want them to be quality. And here comes the train. Shocker. Jesus, I'm telling you. That train. I'm possessed by that train. Isn't it every single time? That you have had to heard. I think it's because of the wind. It depends which way the wind is blowing. That if you can hear it or not. And then my little heater kicks in too. I just can't catch a break. I can't get any quiet anywhere. probably could go in the bathroom with my phone, but I used to do videos with my phone and they were just god awful. And these aren't much better. No. I don't know. I'm thinking, the other thing with Amazon, you don't have to do books. You can do coloring books, and there's websites you can go to get the templates. You don't even have to put the letters in. It tells you how to do it. You can do notepads where they're just blank pads of paper, and you get paid for this. I mean, it's ridiculous in a way, but it's awesome because you can be creative pretty easy. I won't do blank paper because they said that doesn't do real well, but they said poetry and romance. They said romance does really well. So you can, find a place that tells you what does really well. I want to do a book on bearded dragons, and I know a shit ton, but I'm insecure. I'm afraid it's not going to be good enough, that I'm not going to have enough content, even though I have, oh my gosh, over 4 years, or between 3 and 4 years of experience. I still feel like if I do a video, I'm going to kill somebody's dragon. But mine are still alive and they're doing fantastic. David took the boy out today. I'm like, what are you doing with my dragon? And he just took him in the kitchen and I don't know what he did with him. Just took him in the kitchen and just kind of hung out with him. And it's like, he was head bobbing and he must have seen one of the girls. I don't know. Not David. Echo was head bobbing. But it's going to be nice pretty soon out that I'll be able to take him outside and let him get some real sunlight and heat and all that. And hopefully I don't have to get him a harness. I don't want to do that. That seems like a pain in the ass. It's like trying to, how do you put a leash or a harness on something that small? They make them and you have them. A lot of people have them, but I'm not going to attempt to put one on. I'll just put them like I always do. But, no, I just wanted to call. Yeah, I just wanted to call. Hello? How you doing? I hope you're doing good. I'm going to start to do stand-up. You want to see my nails? I don't like them long. And next time when I go, I'm going to get pink. I got purple this time. But they're not long because I still have to be able to text and I still have to be able to type and all that happy shit. The dogs, of course, love them because you scratch them, The dogs love them. But I just like that little bit of femininity. Hey, Google, is femininity a word?
Here's the definition of femininity: qualities or attributes regarded as characteristic of women or girls.
It's a word. Sometimes she comes in handy, and sometimes she pisses me off. Oh man, there's times where she'll go off for no reason, and I'm like, she's listening, because they've been known to be spies, and they do spy, and I'm not paranoid, and I'm not making it up. You can Google, they do spy, and I actually looked it up, and it's because they're always listening for keywords. They're always listening for you to call on them. So they are always listening. And so I wanted to talk about something. I can't remember what it was. So I turned her off. There's a little thing, you can turn it off. And I had turned her off. And all of a sudden, partway through, she tells me the dryer's done. So you're turning it off, but it's really not off. So next time, if I have something to say, I'm just going to unplug it. I don't like having them for that privacy reasons, but it's nice to tell her, watch this. Hey Google, turn off Office 1 and Office 2. Turn off Office 2. See. Hey, I like that better. Hey Google, turn on The Office. Turn on Office 2. And that's nice to have. I call it a smart home, because we can be almost home and I can turn on the lights, I can turn on the heat, I can turn on, whatever is necessary. And what the hell does this have to do with mental illness? I don't know. I guess I just like coming on here and I explain to people, very few, because they say, don't tell people about your channel. Don't tell people about your books. Why the fuck not? If you're proud of what you're doing, you should tell people. And I tell people, I have a mental health channel on YouTube. And then I backtrack and I say, actually, it's a mental illness channel where I go on and I tell people what I know about the mental illnesses that I have. I don't talk about ones I don't have. I only talk about ones that you have, that I have. And I said, I do it and I don't really give advice. I think I have in the past, probably, I'm sure I have. But I want you, my purpose is for you to see somebody else and how they react, how they behave, how they are. In reality, not bullshit. Because I talked to my sister about it, and she said most of the family is bipolar, but they hide it and they pretend like they're perfect, and it's a bunch of shit. They hide and pretend like there's nothing going on, even though she knows better. And me, I'm out there with it. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not afraid of it. I hate it. Don't get me wrong. But it's not my fault. And I'm, struggling to get through. But I am here to show you that I'm a real person and I really have problems that you may have as well, and that the problems you have and I have are the same, and it's okay. Or if you're not happy with the help you're getting, doctors or whatever, how to change. You just ignore their phone calls when they call, and then you go to your new one. And that's what I did. Well, because if my new one is getting my old one, my medical records, I think they're going to get the picture that I'm not coming back. And there's part of me that wishes I would have had an exit interview, is what they call it. When you go see them one more time, the big fuck you, and it's like, nah, I didn't feel like it. I just didn't want to put up with them anymore. I'd put up with them enough. I just didn't want to see them anymore. So I just ignored their phone calls, and they called for reminders, and they would text message me, and they'd say, here's your appointment time with so-and-so. Put yes for, or if, it's going to work, Y for yes, and N for no. So I put N. They would never call me. So why are you sending me this? But every time they'd send it to me, I just kept putting N. No. And they'd call, and I'd ignore them. It might not be the mature way to do it, but it's the way I did it, and I don't care. But, I guess, like I said, when you watch these big YouTube yuppies and they say, our job is to offer our audience something, I am offering you help in the way of seeing what another human being who possibly has the same issues as you, what they look like. They look like your neighbor. They look like somebody you go to school with. They look like somebody you work with. People who are crazy, I do say I'm crazy, and I say I'm mental. I'm not in denial. Why? Yeah, some people have to be because of the simple fact of what I went through. I was rejected, and I was thrown to the curb, and my family doesn't talk to me. Well, that's on them. They're missing out, and they just don't know it. So what? I am trying to get over it. I'm still trying to get over it. That's part of the PTSD, and that's just it. It's whatever. It is what it is. But anyway, I don't know. I'm supposed to be offering a service. My service is showing you you're not alone. How about that? That sounds pretty good to me. Because if you have any comments, any questions, anything, I am here for you to reach out to. My email address is on my homepage. I think you go to a little bit farther than that. It's there. You can message me. It's not a convenience. I don't mind. If you want to have a live session and it's later at night, just let me know what time. Central time, Eastern time, Pacific, so on and so forth. I'll do my best to be here. You just have to let me know. Because otherwise I'm off doing God knows what. Because I don't know. I just have so much on my plate. But I'm happy. I'm not bored. I'm being productive. And it's great that I finally found something that I can do. And it actually makes me work. It actually makes me think harder than I usually do. So, holy crap, it's over half an hour. I'm going to let you go, and I hope you have a great weekend. It's payday for me, so I'd say hurrah, except the electric company says that and not me. But, I have my puppy, and she's doing fantastic. She's so, so smart because she's a golden retriever. And, well, go watch some videos, some reels, and some stuff. And there's a lot of golden retriever videos, and they are that smart. They're fantastic. They use them for so many things: service dogs and cadaver dogs, and things like that. They're just the best. So I know you have your breed and you think it's the best, and that's okay. I don't care. So you have a great weekend, and I have more work to do. And I might even do more of my other Amazon work. But it's, again, it's ADP Amazon. That's all you have to type in. I think you can even just type in KDP, and it'll take you right there. It walks you right through it. It's simple. It even gives you the template for the cover. I mean, it gives you everything. and it tells you if it's good or bad, and then you can fix it, and you can advertise it anywhere, and it'll be on Amazon itself. So you really have nothing to lose. It gives you something to do. You can be a crappy writer and use Chat GPT. That'll help you be a good writer, and you just copy and paste it, and it's pretty easy. If I can learn it that fast, I'm a quick learner, but shut up. Okay, for the 8th time, David always makes fun of me because I say goodbye like 5 times, but I always think of more things to say, and I don't want to make more than one video. So, see ya.